Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Cirque du Soleil, ladies and gentlemen. Aren't we? I can't tell you how long we had to rehearse that. Dance is my life. I haven't been surrounded by so many thrillingly lithe and muscular bodies since last night. So, the warmest of welcomes, ladies and gentlemen, to the magnificent Royal Albert Hall for the EE British Academy Film Awards, and what fantastic beasts we have found for our annual celebration of all that is wonderful in the world of filmed entertainment. So wonderful, in fact, that we juiced it down to a very healthy 2 minutes for you to watch. As my dear grandmother used to say, cop a load of this, bitches.
This is the captain. Brace for impact.
Have you lost your mind?
Out there and be a star.
I'm only human.
A great year in film. Now, we are delighted that their Royal Highnesses, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, are here for this very special evening. In fact, we're particularly Duchess here, as she will be such a support to her husband, who, after watching a recent episode of Who Do You Think You Are, is still recovering from the devastating news that he's related to Danny Dyer. Now, I look down on row after row of the most overrated people on the planet in their beautiful borrowed evening wear, and by the force of her sheer magnetism, I'm instantly attracted to Emma Stone, star of one of the nominated films, La La Land. It was a quite brilliant performance, singing, dancing, and most astonishingly of all, pretending to like jazz. Now, also here is master filmmaker Ken Loach. Ken Loach could have been influenced by La La Land to capture the glitz, glamour, and fun of the British social welfare benefit system in his film I, Daniel Blake, but instead he chose to go another way and produced a passionate masterpiece of realism, wrath, and outrage. We're pleased to welcome him and two of the film's magnificent stars here, the wonderful Hayley Squires and Dave Johns. And the arrival of Arrival made us all wonder if we could ever find a rival to rival Arrival's arrival. And here is its star, Amy Adams, of course. Also in the stunning Nocturnal Animals. In Arrival, Amy plays a linguist employed to decipher unintelligible utterings that make no apparent sense. So she'll be standing by in the wings all evening to help us out as winners leap to their awards and accept them. in their usual way. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we applied to the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea for planning permission to seat two huge stars next to each other, and they gave it to us. And here they are, fresh from their triumph in the ear-shattering wonder of Florence Foster Jenkins, the greatest Grant since Eddie, Carey and student Hugh Grant, and unquestionably one of the greatest actresses of all time. Only a blithering idiot would think otherwise, Meryl Streep. Now, Miss Streep, I want to call you Dame Meryl, because if you were British, you would have been damed 5 times over, I promise you. It's tradition here for me to garner a kiss from one of the nominees. Every year it happens, and I wonder, oh, she doesn't take any. Oh, my. Oh, thank you.
I'm so thrilled.
Oh, bless you. You know what? I would. Oh. Wow. Never in the field of human conflict has my left cheek been so jealous of my right. I would say underrated, to be honest. Now, it's time to howl in appreciation of the masterful Moonlight and its luminescent star, Naomi Harris. It's a magnificent piece of work. This brutal yet tender gem of a film left me strangely unsettled. I couldn't quite put my finger on why. I didn't know whether to blame it on the moonlight, blame it on the good times, or blame it on the boogie. So I ended up settling on the boogie. And show my atheism the door, there must be a God, because my radar has picked up the wonderful stars of Manchester by the Sea, Michelle Williams and Casey Affleck. Casey Affleck is without doubt one of the most brilliant actors in his family. And flay my undercarriage and grill my innards if it isn't the breathtaking star of Girl on the Train, Emily Blunt. What a performance. What a film. Some incredible, unbelievable scenes, particularly for commuters in southern England who've never seen a moving train. And look, Andrew Garfield is here. Andrew, welcome. What a year you've had. He stars, of course, in the phenomenal Hacksaw Ridge, the astonishing true story of a conscientious objector who saved countless lives in World War II without once picking up a weapon. It's received unanimously rave reviews, with one notable exception. America's National Rifle Association didn't like it one bit. But we've reached now, having mentioned all 5 of the movies which are nominated for Best Film, we've reached the legal limit of sycophantic fawning. So let's crack on with the awards themselves and find out who the Russians have decided has won. First award goes to not average British film, not British film, but outstanding British film. It's in honour of the legendary producer Alexander Korda, and to present it, the radiant and dazzling stars of the wonderful Lion, the true story of a young boy who gets lost in India, finds his way to Australia, yet has a constant yearning for his mother, what we in England call a gap year. So please welcome the Lion King and Lion Queen, Dev Patel and Nicole Kidman.
Good evening. Dev and I are so excited to be here in the Royal Albert Hall for the first time to present the first BAFTA of the evening.
Yep, to kick things off, we're here to honour this year's outstanding British films. Let's take a look.
I, Daniel Blake.
Oh, I've created this. No, mate, I've created it. If I was going to create it, say you know about it.
You need to leave the building. Sorry, look.
Okay, you need to. This is ridiculous.
Jesus
what am I
Christ!
supposed to do?
Who's first in this queue?
I am.
Do you mind if this young lass signs on first?
No, you carry on.
There